Hello YouTube, this is my first YouTube video. I created this look for you guys. It's a super smoky eye with a medium coverage skin, slight glow, 90s lip. What do you think? If you want to know how I created this look, keep watching. Okay guys, so let's get started. So I am going to prep my skin. I'm just going to give a wipe over of the Pixie Glow Tonic just to make sure I've got everything, the dirt off my face. And I'm just going to pop some eye cream on as well. Really important to pop some eye cream on, especially when you're going to be working with concealer and makeup around the eye area. Just generally always worth having an eye cream in your skincare routine, full stop, but I like to apply it just before makeup as well. And I'm going to just pop on some moisturiser. Any moisturiser that you normally use will do. I am going to just hydrate my skin a little bit further with the Too Faced Hangover Face Primer. I only generally use primers in the winter months because I generally get a lot drier around this area, really. More so the cheeks, so I'll concentrate the majority of it around there, and then whatever is left, just very lightly through the rest of the face. So I'm going to first of all pop on my foundation. It's Hourglass foundation stick, but I'm going to create sort of more of a dewy effect, so I'm going to just pop a bit of this Charlotte Tilbury's Wonder Glow on my skin first. I'm just going to get a brush to do that. So just popping it wherever I'd like a natural glow. So mainly these high points around this area. A little bit down the middle of the nose and the chin. And then I'm going to draw on my war paint, as I like to call it, with my foundation stick. And over here I've got a Dab Beauty blender, and I'm just going to press that into the skin with my beauty blender. I am happy with that, so I'm going to move on and pop on my concealer. So I am going to use my trusted Shape Tape by Tarte. So pop a little dot at the front, little dot at the edge there. This concealer will go a long way. It's quite a thick consistency. A good consistency, I'd say, for concealer, but you don't need tons of it. So I'm going to just blend that in now. Same beauty blender. You can by all means drag this down a bit as well, so it's kind of being blended into your foundation. And you can see these two dots will connect up through the middle when you're blending too. Just using what's left over on there on any blemishes or areas that I need a bit of extra coverage. And then I like to go in with my ring finger as well after I've done my beauty blending and just use the warmth of my finger and to really get that tapped in to the skin. Okay, and then I'm going to go and put some powder on that and set that. So I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Powder. But whatever powder you like to use will do. I like to use the loose powder on the under eye, just kind of personal preference really. And I'll use a fluffy little brush like this. So I've just put some in the lid, tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to press that where I need to set. Always tap off the excess, you don't want to overload your product on there. And just tap it in. I'm going to move on now to my contour. I like to use Huda Beauty's Tantour in medium. Now, medium is quite a dark shade, but it blends out beautifully, so it works well for me. So I'm using a Peaches and Cream PC08. Can you see the shape of that? It just fits perfectly in this area here. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of product just on the base of it. And then use your ear as a guide, and you want to kind of just go just slightly above that and just bring it down slightly. I don't bring it down too much at this point because I'm going to blend, and that's going to bring that shape down further. So other side. So using that top part of your ear as your guide, and then turning it around to this way now, and I'm going to just contour my forehead. I've got quite a large forehead, so I like to contour it quite a lot, but you've got to make sure you're dragging that product again into the hairline, and then dragging it up from here as well. So don't worry about going in your eyebrow, kind of creating this illusion of a lifted effect. So doing this, maybe it will help that. And the jawline, of course, to help create a bit more of a chiseled effect. So I'm just going to pop a little bit on to the sides of my nose as well. And I'm using a brush a little bit like this, just tapping off a little bit of excess on the back of my hand, so I've not got so much product on my brush. And then just going to go onto the nose, just in the centre there, and there. And then at the bottom here, and the sides. And then when you look like an alien, it's time to blend. Now I'm going to go back with my beauty blender, and I'm just pressing that product into the skin. And what that's going to do is make it just look seamless with your foundation as well, so you've not got any harsh lines. And notice how I didn't draw on the contour either. I didn't put any stripes on my faces except for here. I don't like to have those harsh lines, so I'm just using my beauty blender and just dragging everything, binding it together, basically. Obviously there's a little bit of foundation product in here, so that works beautifully to just blend. And then just with the nose one, I'm just going to literally tap over that. And I'll blend that further when I go in with the powder and set. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that my go-to contour product is Hula by Benefit. I don't think anything's actually ever come close to kind of taking over from this product yet. And then with the nose, just going back with the fluffy side of that same brush that I used to put the contour side in, so the fluffier side, and then just literally very, very lightly following the line that you put down there before with the cream product. And you can sort of take it up into the brow bone to kind of finish it off. I'm using the Ambient Lighting Edit Volume 3 from Hourglass, and I'm going to just go in with a light brush. So this is a Real Techniques one. It's a duo fibre contour brush, something sort of this size, but which is quite light in application. I'm going in with the pinky shade, and I'm going to just smile and lift that, so it's going above where I've contoured, but also blending slightly into, and notice how lightly I'm applying. And then I'm going to go back in with my contour just underneath, just to blend that together. And to highlight, just a small brush. And I'm using my Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby. Just gonna pop that literally just very high points of the cheeks. Try and avoid any areas where you've got pores, because it's just going to highlight them. A very small amount there and there. And that is literally all the highlighter I will use. And that is skin complete. Okay, onto the eyes then. I'm going to create a nice purpley pink smoky eye. And I'm going to start off by prepping my eyelids with P. Louise Base Shade 3. Is the one I like to use. So pop a bit of that on the back of my hand. And I'm going to just pop that onto my eyelids with the brush that comes with the base shades when you buy those. And what I'm doing is I'm just popping my brush in on either side, like that. And then I'm just going to start lining from underneath my brow. And then dragging it down. I find this really satisfying to do, by the way, guys, so hence the silence. And then I'm going to get another brush and I'm just going to pat over that just to get a nice even surface, remove any excess product that is there, and also to help blend these end bits in to my foundation. This is an important step to avoid any creasing with this product as well. So definitely recommend just doing this and taking the time to do it. I mean, look at that. How flawless is that eyelid? I'm very happy with that. Now I'm going to use the new Nude palette by Huda Beauty, which I love. I'm going to go in with the deeper shade first, I think, medium shade. I'm going to go in with shade Spanked. Just tap that on. And I'm going to start on the outer corner here. Drag it down into a diagonal and then blend it inwards. Open your eye and just have a look at how high up you want that to go. So I just want to bring it up a little bit more. I'm keeping a lot of the colour on the outer corner with this look. I'm being really careful where I'm placing this and keeping it to the outer corner. I'm not dragging it too far inward just yet. I'm going in with a slightly deeper shade now. I'm going in with Love Bite. And just over the top of that one. Just patting that on top. Just to deepen that shade in even more. Just going to take a smaller brush now, and I'm going to go around the edges with shade Tickle. Just really want to blend that out into a lighter shade all the way around. Now, with a flat brush, I'm going to go in with the white shade in here called Bear. And this is where it's going to go on the inner corner. I'm just going to stamp that shape in and blend it in the middle. I'm going to go back in with that Tickle shade on a smaller brush. Just do a little bit more blending in the middle there. And then I'm going to go back in with the first two deeper shades. So the deepest one first, Love Bite, and just intensify it on the outer corner. Now, time for the liner. Here we go, my favourite eyeliner brush. This is a MAC 263, and it's super thin, and it applies liner beautifully. I'm using the Inglot AMC Liner 77. I'm going to pop some on the back of my hand, and I'm going to just pop it on either side of the brush, and then just brush the brush out a little bit so it's hardly any product on there. Look down into a mirror, start from the middle, and then just draw your line. It's best to do this with your eyes open and just looking down, but if you've got longer lashes, then I get it because they get in the way. Excuse my mirror, guys. So I'm doing the inner corner first because I'm not going to do a wing with this look. Kind of blending it into that shadow just to create that depthy, smoky effect. So when I've got to 3/4 across, I'm going to now lift that liner up like so, and just roughly fill that in, because we're going to go over the top of this now with a black shadow. So whilst that's still fresh, I'm just going to go in with my black shadow. So I'm using the black from the Tartlette palette that I have. I'm just going to go in a small brush like this. So this is the PC07 by Peaches and Cream. I love a Peaches and Cream brush. So on the end there, I'm just going to drag it out and drag that black up into the deep shade that we've got here. And don't be scared to drag it a bit further up as well, and blend that and get a bit messy in that corner with the liner. No need for precision there. And in this palette, there's a shade called Bombshell, which is like a deep purpley shade. I'm just going to blend some of that into it as well, just to give me a bit more depth and dimension. And then I'm going back in with that first palette shade, Love Bite, to tie it all in together. and to bring that pop of colour back. So I know I want to put a little bit more of a slant on this now. So I'm going to lift it up a bit earlier on here. Make it that much more dramatic. So back in with the black. And let's do the other side. And I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on some lashes. Curl my lashes first. I find that my falsies sit better once my lashes have been curled. And have mascara on them, so I'm just going to pop on one coat of mascara. Any mascara will do. I'm using Charlotte Tilbury's Full Fat Lashes just because it's my favourite for when I'm not wearing lashes, false lashes. I'm just going to prep my lips now. So I'm using this Hourglass lip oil. And it's going to help my lips just be a little hydrated when I pop on my lippage. Right, I'm using Peaches and Cream lashes in number 17. And I'm just going to put some glue on them now and let them sit for a minute whilst the glue goes tacky. So I'm just going to hold it with my fingers, put the glue on the top edge. Just an even layer, not too much but not too little. Make sure you've got enough on the ends because that's where you really want them to be stuck. So that's really important. It's worth measuring the lash against your eyelash band. If it's long, give them a trim. Always trim from the outer corner because that's going to be the corner where you can kind of get away with trimming them. If you do the inner corner, it's going to ruin the shape of the lash, the way it's made. Obviously, you don't want it irritating the inner corner of your eye. I'm going to leave those there for a few seconds to dry. In the meantime, I'm going to just do my brow. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brow Gel, and I'm using shade Supermodel. I'm just going to brush that through my brows. What I love about this is that it's got really, really tiny brush, which will pick up all the little tiny hairs. Okay, I'm going to see how these lashes are doing now. Couple more minutes. Okay, cool. That's fine. In the meantime, let's do our lower lash line. So I'm going to go in now with tiny brushes again. So a pencil brush will do. Okay, that one's broken. Great. What the hell? Okay. Something like this. So this is a MAC 210. And I'm going to start off with that shade Love Bite on this brush. Tap off any excess and look down into a mirror, and just on the outer corner you're going to connect the outer corner from the top to the bottom to just have that continuation of the look. I quite like doing this to complete a look, the lower lash line, but it's completely your choice if you want to do this. I think it just completes a smoky eye look. This colour on brown eyes as well is just gorgeous. I love purples at the moment. So you can see I'm taking it sort of probably just over halfway across. And then with another small brush, I'm going to go in. I'm going to use the one that we used the shade Tickle actually. And I'm going to put that Spanked shade, the first one we put colour down with. I'm going to pop that just below, half on and half off the Love Bite shade. Again, you're connecting it all to the top. Same on this side. And I'm going to also go in with a black liner. This is by Beauty Pie and it's a gel eyeliner. And I'm going to pop that into the waterline, upper and lower. All the way across. And that just really intensifies that lash line. See the difference? Using a small brush, the one that I popped that black shade on with, I'm going to go back into that palette, the Tarte palette, the tartlette palette, into the Bombshell shade, and just pop that on the lower lash line. Really, really close to the lash line, probably a third of the way across. And you're also blending that into that black onto the waterline. So it's just tying everything together. And then just go back to your fluffier brush, which has got that Love Bite shade on it. And just blend it out. Right, our lashes should be ready to apply now. So I'm just going to find, where's my tweezers? So let's grab that first lash with a pair of tweezers. Hold them quite close to the band in the middle. And then you're going to apply them looking down in a mirror like this. Apply them into the middle first. To the middle there. And then you're going to pop the ends down. Here we go. I'm going to pop some mascara on my bottom lashes. So, down into a mirror, head down. So that you're not possibly going to touch all the lovely work you've done. If you've got really short lashes, then going this way. If you've got slightly longer, lower lashes, you can go like this, but have your head down so you're not going to touch your skin with it. Right, before I do my lips, I want to just powder in certain areas just to make sure that I don't go shine throughout the day unnecessarily. So the same way, I'm just going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Magic powder, loose powder, on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go onto the areas. So it's always around my nose that I will usually get shiny. I'm going to pop a little bit more under my eye. Okay, and now I'm going to go and do my lips. And I'm going to use my lip pencil, if I can find it. I'm going to have a little tidy up here, 1 second, bear with me. Once I just tidy up my area. Off all the brushes that I'm using. Right on. Lip brush, Peaches and Cream. In, what shade is this? Punchline Lip Liner. I'm guessing that's the shade. So I like to smile to stretch my lips. And then I'm going to just draw, starting at the Cupid's bow. And then follow around. So I've made that line a little bit thicker. And then I'm going to go in with my favourite nude shade of all time. It's Jubilee by MAC. And it's one of the Lustre lipsticks. And I'm going to go into the middle with that. It's a gorgeous, like, peachy, nudie tone. Perfect for my skin tone. And then I'm going to go in with, you can use your finger or a brush, little brush, and just blend that in with the liner. And there we have it. The finished look. What do you think? Oh my god, I'm so awkward with this weird posing business, sorry. Excuse this guy. I'll do better next time, guys. Thanks, bye bye.